Day of the Dead, when memory becomes a celebration. Each year at the beginning of November, streets, homes, and cemeteries across Mexico fill with color, candles, music, and the scent of marigolds. To outside observers, the Day of the Dead, known in Spanish as Dia de los Muertos, can appear paradoxical, a festival about death that feels joyful rather than mournful. Yet this apparent contradiction lies at the heart of its meaning. The Day of the Dead is not about denying death, but about living with it, remembering the dead as an enduring presence in the world of the living. The origins of the festival stretch back thousands of years to pre-Columbian civilizations such as the Aztecs, who viewed death not as an end, but as a transition. For them, the afterlife was not defined by moral judgment but by the manner of one's death. When Spanish colonizers arrived in the 16th century, indigenous beliefs merged with Catholic traditions, particularly All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. The result was a uniquely syncretic ritual that survived colonial rule and continues to evolve today. At the center of the celebration is the ofrenda, or altar, built in homes and public spaces. These altars are carefully arranged with photographs of the deceased, candles, food, water, salt, and personal belongings. Each item carries symbolic meaning. Candles guide spirits home, water quenches their thirst after a long journey, and food, often the dead person's favorite, welcomes them back. Far from being decorative displays, ofrendas are acts of remembrance, intimacy, and love. Perhaps the most iconic symbol of the Day of the Dead is the skull, or calavera. Made of sugar, chocolate, or clay, skulls are often brightly decorated and even personalized with names. Rather than evoking fear, they encourage familiarity with mortality. The image suggests that death, stripped of terror, can be faced with humor and creativity. This attitude is famously captured in the figure of La Catrina, an elegant skeletal woman originally created as a political satire and later embraced as a symbol of the festival itself. In recent decades, the Day of the Dead has gained global recognition. UNESCO has recognized it as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity, and large public parades, especially in Mexico City, have attracted international attention. Films, fashion, and social media have further popularized its imagery. Yet this global fascination has raised concerns about commercialization. For many Mexican families, Dia de los Muertos remains a deeply personal ritual, not a costume party or tourist attraction. What distinguishes the Day of the Dead from many Western approaches to death is its emotional openness. In much of modern society, death is hidden behind hospital doors and euphemistic language. Grief is often expected to be private, quiet, and brief. Dia de los Muertos challenges this model. It invites public remembrance, storytelling, laughter, and even music in cemeteries. Mourning is not erased, but shared. The festival also reveals a powerful truth about memory. To remember the dead is, in a sense, to keep them alive. Names are spoken, photographs displayed, favorite meals prepared. In this ritual repetition, the boundary between past and present becomes porous. The dead do not vanish. They return, year after year, welcomed rather than feared. In an age marked by rapid change and cultural fragmentation, the Day of the Dead offers a compelling alternative vision of how societies might relate to loss. It suggests that death does not have to silence connection, and that grief can coexist with joy. By transforming remembrance into celebration, Dia de los Muertos teaches a lesson that resonates far beyond Mexico, that honoring those who came before us is not an act of sorrow alone, but a reaffirmation of life itself.